Hey there, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about community, we're going to talk about relationships, we're going to talk about duplication. So let's talk about community. As you're just starting out, you're building your foundation. You are probably sharing with your friends and family first. They're the ones that are your hot market. They're the ones that are closest to you. They're the ones that are seeing all your crazy energy and excitement going on about these oils. They'll probably jump on the bandwagon first, right? Some of them don't, but a lot of them will because they're seeing what's happening in your life. Then there's your warm market. Those are the people you don't talk to as much. They might be just acquaintances, or they might be these, some long lost high school buddies that you just know on Facebook. That might be your neighbor a couple houses down that you don't talk to very often. And then there's your cold market. They're the ones that you will run into at, Target line, and you offered some oils. Maybe you were sitting across the hayride at the pumpkin patch and they were sneezing their head off. They're the ones that you see the need, you offer to help fill it with Young Living, you add them to your prospect list, and eventually they sign up and become part of your team. There's lots of different ways. God is going to bring you all kinds of different people to your team. But remember that number one, God is bringing them specifically to your team because he's trusting you with them. And number two, you set the tone. So as you are building your foundation and you're helping those that you've signed up sign up their friends and family and their hot, warm, and cold market, and they're building their organizations, you are setting the tone for your team and your leaders. So it's no surprise that there's ups and downs, right? In every team, in every organization, every business. This is probably, this business has probably stretched me more than any other thing I've ever done as far as personal growth. I've had to really learn how to build community, how to build relationships, how to really have a lot of patience when obstacles come in our way. And I'm not talking about personal obstacles. I'm talking about people who might be upset because Young Living's shipping is so late, or we have so many things out of stock, or maybe somebody told them the wrong information, and we really have to learn as leaders to set that tone, that patience tone, that love unconditionally and speak with love, and really mentor our teams well. And so you set the tone for those, and there's lots of tools, there's lots of amazing ways to help build relationships within your organization. But one I love is the acronym FORM. So the acronym FORM helps you, whether it's somebody you've never met before, or somebody you might know just a little bit that has now become a very strong part of your team. The acronym FORM stands for F is for family, O is for occupation, R is for recreation, and M is for message or meet their need. And so you can use this in so many different aspects. This helps you really pay attention to the most important part of building a relationship, and that is to listen. So you're asking them questions about their occupation, about their family, what do they like to do for fun? And then you will be able to answer that last question, how Young Living will meet their need. So you can do that with prospects. You can do that with people who have come into your organization from, other people enrolling them. You can do that in every aspect of this opportunity. You can use that by listening. Listening is so important. When we can learn to listen more than we talk, we will find much, much more success. So another great way to building relationships, build ourselves personally and building relationships, is to recognize different people's styles of personality. So I love this. I love the color personality. There are lots and lots of personality tests out there. The color personality is a good basic way to recognize your personality. And as you work on your own personality, you will learn how to communicate and how to portray yourself in such a way that you can recognize other people's personality traits, and then you can meet their need in knowing how they kind of work and their likes and dislikes and kind of things like that. So here's an example. Say that you finally go and you talk to your neighbor 2 doors down, and she is interested in oils. You love the oils. You've been using the oils. You are just very, very interested in, you love the farms, you love Seed to Seal, you love the science behind the oils, you are so excited about all the studies that they've done about essential oils, and you just cannot wait to tell her all of this. And you go and you tell her all of this, and she is overwhelmed because all she really wants is a community. She wants to be around friends. She likes to have fun. Maybe she's a little bit lonely and she needs to be around some other women. Maybe her passion is to really just help people, and that maybe research bores her. And so if you go with your approach that is your key personality trait that you just love, but you don't recognize hers at all, then you're going to miss the mark when you go and you share with her. And so it's very important to use that acronym, that FORM acronym, so that you can find out key things about this person so that you then know how to build a relationship with them. Does that make sense? So your first assignment in doing that is to take the color personality test. And even if you've already taken it before, or maybe you've taken a different kind, I encourage you today to take the one that we have the link to, and then write your first and your second color, the strongest two, on your workbook, and then share it with us. As you grow, maybe this is totally foreign to you, but as you grow and you start reading more about your color personality traits and other people's, you'll be able to start identifying the color in the primary color in people that you meet within the first 5 minutes. And you'll be able to then know how to meet their need, or how Young Living will be able to meet their need right away. Another thing I want to talk to you about is duplication. This is huge, huge, huge. It's very important as you are, teaching a class or you're doing a 101, that you make this business as simple as possible. For one, you don't want to be stressed out about it. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be, it's not easy, but it's not hard either. That's the wonderful thing about our starter kit is we have everything we need in that starter kit to teach a class. That's all. There are a few simple things that are going to help you. For one, you never want to do a class over 45 minutes. You don't want it to run more than an hour. It's way too time consuming. People that come to your classes, they are going to be tired. Maybe they work full time. Maybe they're, have babies at home and they've got, spit up on their shoulders, and they don't want to look, you don't want them to look at you and go, wow, that's amazing, but I could never do that. You don't ever want to do that. So you want your classes to be simple, to the point, and if there's mingling, let it be after. Let the ones that have to go, and let your class be 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and that is all, okay? Another thing is use a script. Write it out. Print it out. We're going to share more about scripts and stuff like that a little bit later. But print it out and have it with you. Read from your script. There is no shame in reading from a script. All it does is show that you are human and that this is duplicatable. Anybody can do this. Number 3 is don't provide a ton of food and fancy drinks and all of that. I do water with a lemon oil right next to it. Maybe I get out a couple of oils. And we do maybe 1 snack, maybe 2. Very rarely do we go all out. Is it fun to go all out sometimes? Yes. But is it duplicatable? No. Now I'll share one fun thing with you. Adam Green, I've had the opportunity to talk with him a couple of different times, which is super awesome. He's very successful. He's a Royal Crown Diamond with Young Living. He used to be the youngest, and he's a man. And one of his biggest success tips is when you host a class, never clean your house. He said as soon as you clean your house and you have other moms and women and friends come to your house, they're going to think that they can't do this and they're going to be uncomfortable and you're going to lose potential builders because of it. So he said, don't clean. Keep it a mess. If you have to, he even said, mess it up before they come, which I thought was hilarious. So how many of us go through all, the trouble? How many of us didn't have a class in your house because you're afraid it was too messy? Or you were afraid that maybe it wouldn't be nice enough for people to come over. It's not about your house. It's not about how much you know. It's not about all the science or all of the answers to all the questions. It's not about any of that. It's about your passion and your love for the oils, your passion and your love for people. That's it. So I'm excited about today. I can't wait to see your colors, your prominent colors, and I can't wait to move on and keep growing together.